Hey there, everybody. Welcome back again. I know I'm making two sessions in a row. My name is Nors. This is session 3 of The Great Horned Rat. Last night, I just had a ton of fun playing by myself, which is funny, with this system, with the Mythic GM emulator, Tales of the Valiant, in the world of Midgard, and I just wanted to play some more. So this is really just sort of how I've been doing things. Is that this campaign and the other solo stuff I do is just for my own enjoyment, and this is how I've been able to connect with actually playing. I've tried journaling, I've tried narrating and talking to myself, but for some reason it just feels like if I what's the word? If I talk to a camera, and it feels like I can engage with the story more for some reason. I don't know exactly why. It's just the way it works. So, anyways, first couple of things is this is Shard Tabletop. This is Tales of the Valiant by Cobalt Press. This is Mythic GM Emulator. This thing here, the expected scenes window. What else? This is played in the world of Midgard. Yeah, I think that's sort of it. My name is Nors. I play, I write TTRPG stuff. Yeah. So, with this in mind, let's sort of recap what happened yesterday in session 2. Session 2, Quillie Furco, that's our main character. Quillie Furco is a rat folk, anointed soldier ranger, who, after the Great Horn of the Rat, a relic of his people, which I'm calling Clan Eastwind. I don't know why Eastwind sounds cool. I like the idea of the wind going out and sort of flowing across these dunes and between these rocks. Just sounds really, really cool to me. So, Quillie Furco and his clan did a ritual to sort of try to connect with their god, the Great Horned Rat itself, but were blocked by a druid of somehow with weather magic that was controlled and sort of disrupted their connection. It was like a maybe some type of supernatural storm, and they were cut off completely from their deity. And so Quillie Furco sets out to seek and find the those who stole the Great Horn of the Rat, this relic of his people, and he leaves the sewers of Qaen. Now, let's see. I'm gonna start starring these a little bit. Yep. Okay. So this is the world map. It's humongous, as you can see. But we're starting out in the city of Qaen, right here, and in Parthia. But he was driven from the city by this torrential rain and lightning storm that this druid had created. And then when he came out of the sewers, he was chased out of the city by like a band of raven folk and the bear folk druid. Now, he was able to escape, and he's in sort of the plains around Qaen. Maybe he's sort of over here. Yeah. So then the question becomes, Sorry, my mouse is not working very well. I think I'm going to turn it off. I think it might be broken. So I'll just use my touchpad and see how that goes. We'll see. So, yeah, here. And so that means his next task. What is his next task? So now we need to go back to our journal, or our log, I mean, and we did the XP. What's this? Oh, that's the encounter. Here is session 2 notes. So let's go and make a new one. Session 3 notes. There we go. The great horned rat. Okay. I'm going to save that. There we go. So, expected scene. So I was thinking about this after I played, actually, and I think that there's an issue here where Quillie has been driven from his home, but he's not just out on a quest to run amok. He's not just like going to adventure. He has this very specific purpose, right? And even though he escaped the city and ran out, I think he needs to sneak back in. I don't think he's gonna be worried about his clan. And so my thought is Quillie tries to find a way back into the city. Yeah, I think that works pretty well. So let's see here. Expected scene is here. So the first thing we do is we roll for the if it is an expected scene. So a D10, we roll D10, and if it's roll a D10 compared. If you roll above the CF, the chaos factor, then expected scene starts exactly how you thought it would. If you roll equal or less than the CF. Okay, my CF is 6 right now. So if I roll above it, it's as I thought. I think he probably knows how to get in and out of the city. So the question then is he able to do that, or does something else unexpected happen? Okay, I got a 6 exactly. So on a 6, if you roll equal or less than the CF, then your expected scene changes in some way. Okay. An altered scene, if the number is even, it was a 6, then becomes an interrupted scene. This has been the theme of this campaign so far, especially last session I had 2 interrupted scenes, and now I start this session with an interrupted scene. So now we need to go down to the interrupted scenes part. And if I recall, let's see here, I do interrupt scene, random event roll, and event roll for the event focus and event meaning. So we're gonna go interrupted scene and event focus, event meaning, and we'll go from there. So that means I need to go down to the collected tables, and they should have event focus. Choosing the event focus. Oh, is that 10? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I roll a d10 again and see which one I might have. Let's do that. That's a 3. So New NPC. There is a logical reason for a new NPC to appear in your adventure right now. There is... okay. I'm just going to copy this and put it in my notes. Event under event focus. I don't like that it's bolded though. There we go. Okay. And then the event meaning might be a little different. So, oh, okay. Let's see here. I could actually roll up a new character, and I quite actually like that. I'm gonna pause this real quick, and we're gonna roll up a new character together. Okay, I have the Game Master's Guide to that's interesting. The Game Master's Guide to for Tales of the Valiant open here, and we're gonna go through the steps to make a character, make an NPC, and it sort of just goes like this: quest giver, ambitious noble, all these things. It's sort of a step-by-step guide, and it just seems fun to roll dice. All right, as you can see, I have a new little notes document here. I got tired of saving and going, like I couldn't toggle between my notes very well, and so I made a little sticky note that I can take all this information down on as we go along. So the event focus is: there is a logical reason for a new NPC to appear in your adventure right now. I don't know why that is, but I think once I know who this character is, then perhaps it will be more clear. So it says, roll a d, consult the bonds table for some quick options on what's important to them. But there's also this sweet quest giver. And so I'm gonna roll on that first, I think. That's a 16. And we're gonna just come down here to 16 and see what robbery victim. Oh dear, a robbery victim. So we're gonna grab this. The coin purse or something like that. This is like a quick quest giver thing, but new NPC, quest giver. Just gonna grab that. We don't know their name yet, but I think that's the next thing. Yeah, fantasy names. So let's say I'll roll a D4, or D3. 1, 2, male. 3, 4, feminine. 5, 6, non-binary, I guess, or something like that. Or maybe just, yeah, like a type of creature that doesn't have a like traditional binary masculine, feminine. Okay, so 1, 2 is male, 3, 4 is 3, 4. So feminine. All right. Let's see. This D100 is 82. So on an 82, Sybil. This is Sybil. And I need one more for their surname. 81. Oh, interesting. 81, Sybil Taylor. Okay. Taylor. Quest giver. That coin purse was all the money they had, or maybe there was something more mysterious in that purse after all. Presents quests as a brief diversion to the larger story, perhaps even a chase scene, or maybe quests that open up new storylines. Okay. Well, we're gonna come back to that. I think we're just gonna keep moving along. So then there's flaw. So you got flaws. If I click this, oh yeah, flaws table. Oh, but notable features. Oh geez, I skipped a lot. Okay, because I want to do the notable features first. So let's do that. We can just scroll all the way down to here. Notable features. 16. uncontrollably taps their finger, foot, tail. Okay, very, yeah, interesting. We're gonna take some space here. Notable feature. That, good. And profession, 13. Farmer or gardener. I like the idea that Sybil is a gardener. Gardener. Okay. And flaw, 18. Rolling really high. Talks incessantly. Flaw. I'm just going to say very, very chatty is wants. What do they want other than the fact that maybe the quest giver thing doesn't really make sense. 18 again. 18, see justice, no. Settle a score. Ooh. Settle, want. Settle a score. And personality trait, 1. Can't sit still. That checks out with the personality trait. Can't sit still. Ooh, maybe a traveling gardener. I love this idea. Bonds. Let's see what's important to them. 2. Can't rest until they avenge the death of a loved one. Strange gardener. Bond. Can't rest until they avenge the death of a loved one. Okay. And then it's to factions. Okay, so unfortunately it didn't give us a kin for this person. I guess it would make sense that it's either a... I like the idea that this is... I'm going to actually get rid of the quest giver part of it. I think this is more of like something for a quick quest if you're in a bind and trying to think of something real quick. So Sybil Taylor uncontrollably taps their finger, foot, or tail. I think taps their foot. I think she's human. Just because this human, this Qaen is mostly humans and dragonborn or dragonkin. So I think it makes sense that she's human. She's very chatty. She wants to settle a score, which just totally connects with the fact that she can't rest until she avenges the death of a loved one. Can't sit still. Okay, so that is our NPC that's going to be introduced per our interrupted scene. But I think the meaning, I still need that. So let's go back to the Mythic GM emulator real quick, and let's see. Animal actions, aliens, army, caverns, characters. Character combat, character general, character appearance, character background. Oh my gosh. Character conversations, character descriptors, character identity, character motivation, character personality, character skills, traits and flaws, and then we're to cities. So I'm trying to think, I think maybe the thing to do would be to just go back to the actions and ask a bit of that. So maybe descriptor 1, descriptor 2. So we're going to roll d4, so odd top and even bottom. Odd top, even bottom. Okay, so a D100. Actually, I'm going to do another one for the other one as well. So, okay, bottom top. And then 2 D100s. 49 and 8. Okay, so we're going to go to here and go 49 on the action. 49 interior. Action. Interior. And this one, the descriptor is 8. Bravely. Brave. Oh, and descriptor. Bravely. Okay. So we've got... So what do I know? I know... What do I know as the player? I know that Quillie needs to get back into the city, but he can't because he can't right away. But he can't right away because the bear folk druid, and the druids raven folk minions are still looking for Quillie. Okay, so he can't because of that. Also the dragon kin and humans don't really love the rat folk. Okay, so with this in mind, I think Quillie can't just try to get back in right away. He's got to sort of bide his time and look for his opening. So with this in mind, he goes to... so I think there's probably, like, are there, I guess this is a question for, like, the Oracle real quick. Here we go. So we're at here. Are there like camps, and are there people and buildings and homes outside the city walls of Qaen? Oh my gosh, I just had a thought. We could really flesh Qaen out. I feel like most of the adventure is happening here all of a sudden. Okay, so this is changing completely. Like, I'm not even playing the scene, I'm just building the world now. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to use a book, pick book, cities from library, cities and towns. Where are you? Cities and towns. City. Oh, that's why I messed up. It's cities. Campaign builder, cities and towns. City planning. This is like, so 5 questions. What is the city's age? Oh, crazy. Well, I know that it's probably unplanned, organic, planned out. I think it's mature. Okay. So this is like getting to like this way bigger process of understanding what Qaen is like. So let's take a look at Midgard. Oh, here we go, Ruthenian. Okay, and then I think we can find Qaen. Okay, there's 6 instances. Wait, why not? That's not very helpful. That's Baba Yaga. That's not what I'm looking for. Is it? Oh yeah, it is. There we go. Aha. We're looking for Parthia. Oh, Rothanian plains. Not Baba Yaga. That was not helpful. Centaur hordes. No, I think it's the east. I think this is where it was at. So what do we know? Oh, here we go. Parthia. Kingdom of Parthia. And now, if I go here, there we go. I think there's actually a descriptor. Qaen, Defender of Qaen. Okay. Oh, here we go. So city, Qaen, population 7,000 of Darakul. Okay, interesting. 660. Okay, so mostly, very, very much mostly human. So that checks out. Cities, yeah, Qaen, population 7,300. So no, it's not that big. That's actually quite a small city. Okay, so let's flesh out Qaen and see exactly what Qaen is, because Qaen, city of Qaen, profile. And this session just might be more of like a, let's figure out where we are and like the larger scope of things, and all of a sudden it's very much less about the scene, though I do hope we get to like some type of conclusion. But this, I think, is just part of using a really immersive GM emulator like Mythic, is that sometimes you just got to stop and be patient and like fill out the world around you before you can really understand what happens. I could keep on going. I could say, are there places around here? But I'm actually really curious. I'd like to see how this works and build out the city with the cities and towns supplement. I think that would be quite fun. So cities and towns, here we go. It is a mature community, and I think it's unplanned organic. So mature community age, mature organic / unplanned, new cities, blah blah blah, huge mature cities. That's fine. I think this has been going on for some time. What is the primary functions of the city? Determining primary function. We already know, though, because of primary function is gold and mining / mining. Yeah. Okay. Religious significance, signature goods, we know that. Strategic value, it's really strategic value / main goods, gold, deity, worship gold. I love this. Worship gold. Dragon sickness. Okay. Dragon sickness as in like greed. It's very greed. Tourism, I don't think so. Trade hub. Trade goods. Primary function, what is the primary function? Impact of magic on trade goods. Oh, how interesting. Trade goods pricing. Oh, scarcity. Oh, wow. Okay. I think this is all sort of like a little too meta to get into. Like this goes trade goods, agriculture, This is like building them from scratch. So I don't think I'm going to do that. It's like maybe a little too much. Maybe I'm not going to use this. So maybe let's get back to the narrative. This is too much for me. City population, thorps, hamlets, and villages. It just keeps going on and on. Towns, all that stuff. Okay, maybe we'll use this later if I'm building a town from scratch. I think right now with Qaen, I know enough that there would be people outside the city walls that he would, or at least, yeah, maybe. Okay, so let's think back to the scene. We've got this huge magical storm that's come through. People have deserted their festival of gold, their gold festival, and taken shelter for the time being. Quillie lands on the ground outside the plains. He tucks and rolls. His pursuers watch upon the ramparts or the gate, the walls, watching him run into the plains or into maybe the streets beyond, because there's like unprotected. It's like the people who are unprotected outside of the city walls. Now, I already said there were slum districts inside the city walls, so I think these are maybe more like huts and tents and things like that. It's not the slum district. I mean, at least the people inside the city have get protection. These people don't get protection from raids, other than, like, I think Qaen would send out soldiers to protect them if there was a raid, but at the same time, I think they're still less protected, obviously, because there's no wall. I think Quillie. Okay, let's see here. Oh yeah, uncontrollable. Gardener, very chatty, settle a score, wants to settle a score. Who do they want to settle a score with? Well, obviously, whoever killed this person. Okay, and there is a logical reason for a new NPC to appear in your adventure right now. And that reason is, I don't know. I'm having a hard time figuring that out. Let's look at the GM emulator, or Mythic, real quick. The yes, no, fake question answers. It's hard. You can't say yes, right? Like there's nothing I can ask that's like, why is this person? Wait, did it? Oh yeah, new PC. That's right. Maybe action? No, I already did action. And action was bravely. Interior, bravely. Interior what? Interior to what? Character motivation. City descriptor. Creature ability, creature description, civilization descriptors? That's crazy. Curses, cryptic message, domicile descriptors, dungeon traps, forest traps, descriptors, dungeon descriptors, legends, gods, locations, oh my gosh, mutation, that's cool. Magic items, noble house, object, plot twist. Ooh, maybe if I used a plot twist, that'd help. Okay, let's roll a D100 on that and see what happens. Really just grasping at straws here. I think they actually 22. Okay, let's take a look at that. So 22 emotion. That doesn't help. I think there's a whole piece on this of like, what do you do when you're just sort of stuck? So I think it's in scenes. Scene adjustment table. Maybe. Okay, this is remove a character, scene adjustment. Meaning table. Find your style. Tweak, fate question, meaning table, inspiration, scene adjustment table. Okay. Scene adjustment. Remove a character. Remove an object. Add an object, make two adjustments. For a more randomized tweak, roll a d10 and consult the scene adjustment table. I don't think that's going to help. Okay, I'm going to pause real quick and I'm just going to have a good think. Okay, we're going to roll another d100 on the character action general and see what this character, Sybil Taylor, might be doing. Sybil, you are a gardener in the desert, 68. You rolled a 68 on here, which is nice. Doing something nice for someone? That's not very helpful either. I'm struggling so hard. Okay, so Quillie scampers into the outskirts of Qaen. Again, here I think it's tents and yurts and like not permanent homes. Interior bravely. Oh. Okay. As he runs into the city, I wonder if there's a map of Qaen. Recently used all maps. Qaen. Nope. What about city? That's pretty cool. Oh, this is cool. We could use this. Ooh. Clear all fog. That sort of works perfectly because here are those like outline outline sort of farms and homes and stuff, and here is the city itself. It doesn't completely match, but it's close. Clear all fog. Okay, that's cleared. Seems dark. Maybe not. Okay, so that's sort of cool, but then there's trees, but that's fine. Okay, so I think he's going along when scampers around to the side. I don't really like that map, actually. It's not a good map. And is darting through the alleys, trying to keep to the shadows. I think the unnatural storm that had gathered due to the druid opens up and sun returns, and it's like this spring day. I think it rarely rains in Qaen, and so people are excited because it means there's going to be a proper harvest for the food situation. As he's going along, I think who does he notice? I mean, obviously Sybil. I think, this is it. Okay, I got it. Okay. He's just entering these outskirts when a woman's voice says, Hey, you! Hey, what are you doing? Coming out of the city. Or, she saw him leap from the wall. She goes, oh yeah, and the gate, as the storm clears, the gates open to the city, and Quillie's about to dart into the outskirts and try to hide. And this woman is nice, and brave, and she wants to get into the city as well. She ushers him in. Yeah, okay, here we go. Figuring it out. She like holds open her tent flap, and ushers him in. She goes, "Come on, quick, quick!" And he just runs in. And as soon as she sees the type of person he is, a rat folk, she does a double take and sort of lets out a little squeak of fear. Oh, who? I wasn't aware. I saw you jump from the wall. You must have really upset them. And Quillie goes, "Oh yes, upset city, upset everyone." She asks, "Well, why? What? How did they get upset? Why were they upsetting? Why were they chasing you?" Quillie, I think, is a, he goes, great warrior. Quillie, great warrior. Quillie, anointed of peoples, of rat folk. Great destiny, great things, great fate, great destiny to summon or to manifest a great horned rat. I don't think Sybil really knows what this means. I think inside her hut there are like lots of plants that she's brought from wherever she came from. She's clearly a traveler. We're gonna write that down. Traveling gardener. Oh, plant merchant. Yeah. And but home's gone, says Quillie. Home is in danger. And I think Sybil takes a stern look, and she goes, why are they in danger? Quillie says, "Oh, bad druid don't like Quillie and rat folk." Of course, Quillie does want to call upon the Great Horned Rat, so I don't know what that would mean for the rest of Midgard, but I don't think it'd be good for most of Midgard. It's, he wants to spread, rat infections and plague, which I think maybe is not a good thing for humans. Maybe this is the thing. Great Horned Rat, Clan Eastwind, search for balance between health and death, health and sickness. No health without sickness. Oh, there we go. He is a keeper of balance, not just someone who wants to spread disease. He is misunderstood. The rat folk are misunderstood. They're not just filthy animals. I think Sybil looks she looks kindly on him. Secret assassin or secret secret traveler, secret to kill someone. And Quillie says,
Must get back home, back to the sewers. But they're watching.
Sybil says, you want to go back to the city? Is that what you're saying?
Yes, go back to the city, yeah.
And she goes, well, what is your name?
Quillie Furco. Quillie Furco's my name.
And she says, well, Quillie, my name's Sybil, and I want to get into the city as well. Do you think we could help each other? Quillie nods. He goes,
oh, yes. Quillie could help Sybil. Sybil help Quillie. And then protect home, protect family, protect clan, yes.
She says, well, I've needed to get into the city, but they won't let me in because I don't have the right papers. And they only let people in who work, or who work in the mines, or guard the mines, or have gold. And I don't have any of those things. I have plants, and I have food, but I need a pass or a type of document to get in that they only give out to certain people at the gates. Do you think you could get that for me? Quillie eyes her like, not sure.
Quillie could try. Quillie is not a thief. Well, Quillie only takes what is not needed, what is lost, what is thrown out and away.
She goes, yes, of course, Quillie is not a thief, but Quillie needs to get inside. I need to get inside. If I get inside, I take my wagon and I hide you inside it or somewhere, and then you come along with me to get back into the city. How does that sound?
Oh, yes, that sounds good, but how I find paper for you to enter?
She goes, well, I do know that, fair few traders come in each day. Many come for the gold and trade their wares for the gold mined here. All you need to do is get one of these, but they only let a certain number of people in each day. Others get a ticket and are able to have to wait their turn for their day to go to market, because there is only a limited amount of room for merchants. So there are people in this camp. Yeah, I imagine that there's like this merchant camp outside. There are people in this camp who have their tickets to get into the city soon. You're going to need to get one for me, because they won't let me in. They say nobody will buy my plants. There is not enough water to keep them alive. But I disagree. And with that, she actually uses like a little cantrip to conjure up some water, or maybe not a cantrip, maybe a proper spell to conjure up some water and water her plants in her. I think this is quite a large tent full of exotic plants from different parts of Midgard. As they're talking, there is the tramp of feet outside the tent, and I think there are guards looking for Quillie, and going around asking people if they saw a rat folk who escaped from the city. Oh, maybe the guards aren't right. Maybe it's the bear folk druid. But I think people would be quite scared of him, as well as the raven folk. So maybe not guards. I don't think they are as concerned about the rat folk as the druid is, although they don't love the clan of Eastwind. They still, this isn't their fight, right? This is between the druid and the rat folk. So maybe the bear comes by, but people sort of just scatter. This bear folk is large and intimidating, and not in the place that they should be in terms of this thick coat of fur it has on, and it stalks around. I think as they hear this grunting as they walk, as this bear folk walks by, Sybil and Sybil and Quillie go silent. So quest, let's go like this. Sybil's quest. Quillie must steal a ticket of entry from a waiting merchant to get back into the city. Okay, yeah, I like that. That's pretty good. Oh, right. Oops. Okay. Oh, that's interesting. That's green and pink now. That's weird. I don't know why it's doing that. There we go. Let's see. Okay. What do you know as the player? Okay, I did that. And so I guess it's sort of like the next scene. I think that's the end of the scene. Wow, that took so long to figure out exactly what was going to go down. So, end of scene. End of scene. Yeah, end of scene. Let's go to here. We need to go from here to scenes. End of scene bookkeeping. Oh, NPC behavior. Oh man, that would have been really handy earlier for me to figure that out, but that's okay. End of scene bookkeeping. Let's zoom in here. Threads. I need to add elements. End of scene bookkeeping. Add elements. I definitely should do that. I'm going to go to my log list and stuff. So I am going to add Sybil. Whoops. Taylor. I'm going to grab some of the notes I took over here. Professor, profession gardener, yeah. There we go. So this is a new NPC. Boom. There we go. I think that's pretty good. And I also have a new thread. But I can't. Oh, okay. New Sybil's quest. Find a way into the city of / steal a ticket of entry from a merchant. Okay. I think that's good. Let's take a look here. I don't know if that's really what I should be adding, but I think that's fine for now. Let's go back to here. Add new and recurring threads. Okay, remove list elements. Okay, I don't think I need to do that. Let's go back to here. Hard Rock, Qaen, faction troll. Okay, value boldness. Troll's rebuke, powerful wizard. Okay. Yeah, I don't think that's such a big deal. Okay. So I think we're good. Remove the threads, adjust the chaos factor. Did the player character mostly control the scene? Yeah. I had a hard time figuring out what the scene was, but I think Quillie, yeah, did control the scene for the most part. So I think the CF goes down to 5. Let's make a note of that. Okay, so we're down to 5 chaos rating or chaos factor, and then we'd start the new scene. But I'm out of time. I actually have some things that I got to go do because it's almost 1 o'clock my time. So this is where we're going to end. I'm sorry that it took so long to figure out what the next scene was. I think this is the learning of figuring out how the flow is, and sometimes, and also figuring out how to use the book, because that was difficult. I really got stuck onto like, wait, what does this all mean? But it was still fun. It was really hard up in here. My brain is feels like mush from thinking super hard to try to connect these dots. So, yeah, okay. So that's going to be the end of our session. Quillie needs to head out and try to steal one of these tickets to entry into the city, and that's where we are now. So I am Nors. That's me. I have a Ko-fi page. If you want to support me monetarily, you may. That'd be great. This is, if you like this video and my other videos, please like and subscribe. This is Mythic GM Emulator, using Tales of the Valiant by Cold War Press and Shard Tabletop. All those things will be linked in the show notes. You can check those out. And yeah, I appreciate you following along. I know it is tedious sometimes. I think that's part of the play of part of learning. But I appreciate you hanging out and sticking with it, because I think it can be a really fun. Like, my last session was amazing. This one, not as good. They, I guess, aren't all going to be winners. Some are going to be a little more crunchy, trying to figure out how does the narrative go. Yeah, and so this is just what it is. That's just what it is this time. So that's okay. But we found maybe a sort of a new ally who might be a pretty big thing in the future. Who knows? So this has been the Great Horned Rat, Tales of the Valiant solo actual play. My name's Nors, and until next time, adventurers, light the torch and journey into the dark.